Hey everybody, welcome back to Sophisticakes by Mary. For this tutorial, I wanted to do one more colorful floral cake before I dive into all the Christmas cakes that I have in mind to do for this season. So in this one, I'm going to show you two different ways, a more simplified way and a little bit more elaborate. So first, we're going to go ahead and frost our cakes. We're going to start with the single tier. In this one, I'm using a mint green buttercream, American buttercream. I will link the recipe in the description box. And the cake is already pre-crumb coated, filled and crumb coated with chocolate ganache. Now my dark chocolate ganache that I like to use is 3 parts dark chocolate to 1 part heavy cream. You just heat the heavy cream in the microwave for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then you add your chips, let them soften, and whisk them together. That's how I do it. And I will try to remember to put those ratios in the description box as well. So that is a 4-layer, 8-inch cake for the bottom tier is what we're working with here. Now I just went ahead and left that top edge a little rough. I just thought it would go really good with the final design. We have our cutters that we're gonna use and our palette knives that we're gonna use, our buttercream colors. And what we're gonna do is, this cake is chilled. You're gonna wanna put this in the refrigerator for about 20 minutes or the freezer for about 10 minutes to firm up so that when you push these cutters into the buttercream, it's not pulling all that buttercream right off the cake. It might take a little bit off, but what you're basically doing is you're cheating and marking where your flower petals are gonna be. This is, for me, the easiest way to do it when you're not real good with eyeballing petals where they need to be placed. Not all of us are good with that. So if you have cutters for your sugar flowers, go ahead and use those. And what I'm going to do here, this is the actual palette knife I'm going to use. I didn't show you that one at the beginning because I couldn't find it, but then I found it by the time I needed to use it. So I'm loading up 2 different colors on the palette knife and removing the extra from the outside edge. And you simply place it on the cake and drag it down. And do that for every petal. And what I find it looks the prettiest is if you vary the colors a little bit. Not all your petals need to be the exact same colors on the same bloom. You can go in and mix them up. Maybe do 3 with 2 different colors, 1 or 2 colors, and then 2 with different colors. As long as they're, in the same color family, you'll be fine. And I'm just removing the excess is all I'm doing. I don't want them real thick for this first version. The second version, I will show you how to zhuzh them up a little bit so they're a little bit more difficult to do, but not terribly bad. You can do this. Now we're going to do this for all of our flowers around the cake. I did place them a little sporadically, some in clumps and some singular. I had a final design in mind how I wanted it to be placed and where I wanted to put my flowers. So I kind of put the bunch of them, like under where I knew I was going to put my flowers, so that my silk flowers is what I use, so that they kind of coordinate together. And I did do the same thing on the top. I used my cutters to mark where I wanted my petals on the top. But I didn't get that angle because, I can't keep moving my phone around when I'm recording. It just gets too complicated. So just trust me, it's the same thing on the top. And then I'm just using some pearl luster dust just to kind of mute down the pink a little bit. I, in my mind, had it a little bit more muted and it was a little brighter when I actually put it on the cake, because it always oxidizes a little bit deeper or a little bit brighter than what you first mix your buttercream colors. Just try to keep that in mind, and this time it got away from me. So I find that this pearl luster dust is a really good way to kind of mute down your colors. It's a white pearl is what I like to use. And it adds a little bit of sheen to it too. And, you know, nothing wrong with shiny things. Now we're going to make our stems that we're going to attach our leaves to. And I like to use this pointed palette knife just to get a little bit of the buttercream right on that outside edge of it and just kind of drag it towards the flower. Now you could do this before you do your petals if that works a little bit easier for you to do those stems beforehand. It depends on what's comfortable for you. And then we just load up our palette knife the same way we did with our petals. And just you place it down and you pull it in towards the stem. You could practice a little bit on like just a piece of wax paper if you want to, or even on your countertop, it doesn't matter. Just practice a couple times before you actually put it on the cake. And to do the centers for these flowers, I'm just using up a wadded up piece of paper towel and some very pale yellow buttercream, and I'm just dabbing it into the center. Gives it a little bit of a texture, and it kind of ties the flower together. Kind of finishes that off. And then I just topped it off with my silk flowers that were kind of my inspiration for the colors. That's why, you can see there why I wanted it muted down a little bit, because they were paler than the color that I got. Now you could put some buttercream on top of the cake and place your flowers in that way if you feel better about it. This cake was not for sale. This is just for demonstration purpose, so I didn't bother because nobody's going to be eating it. But do whatever you need to do to feel more food safe, if that makes you feel more comfortable. Wrap them with floral wire, put them in straws, or even, like I said, put a dollop of buttercream. And then I just used that white to add some more to it. Now this is the second version of this cake. You could go a couple ways with this. I went the more simplified way with this, but I'll tell you how you can make it even more detailed if you want to. But I just cut my straws all down to the same size and place them in, put a little bit of buttercream on top so my top tier sticks, and I just frosted this tier the same color and the same way and just placed it on top. Now I'm just filling in that gap in between the tiers and wiping away the excess. Now what I did was I just went in and built up those petals the petals the same way they were. I just built them up, made them a little more depth to them. What you could do to change that up is you could, and I kind of wish I had, but that's okay. Sometimes I want to make them a little bit more simplified because I know not everybody has experience doing this, and you know, everybody has a first time doing something. So you could go in between the original petals and place another row. And then you could go in and do a smaller one on top of that once it's firmed up. But just make sure your first layer of petals has firmed up in the freezer or in the refrigerator. Freezer for 20, I'm sorry, I always do that backwards. Freezer for 10 minutes and the refrigerator for 20. And it's just kind of giving them a little bit more texture. I needed to go ahead and put a little bit more of the center on because we had kind of wiped some away. So we just go back and put a little bit more. And then I put some dragées at the corners of those little white petals. Those are pink. And then I just added one singular flower. Another thing you could do is add more leaves. Like the first one, do the floral arrangement like the first one. You could just transfer that over to the second one. Or you could also add some more flowers on the top tier if you would like that look also. There's lots of ways you can do it. You can do different colors. And I hope you give it a try, and I hope I gave you some tips that you can use. So thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch my video. And if you'd like to watch some other videos, go ahead and click on the link to one of these other videos shown here. And if you would like to
Check out my other social media. I am on Facebook and Instagram under the same name, Sophisticakes by Mary. And please take the time to share, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you know when I upload another video. Thank you so much, and we'll catch you on the next tutorial.